Guys, what's up? This is your tech dude. Today I will explain the different type of monitor panels, the TNS, IPS and VA, which is the best monitor display on the gaming. The first question is raising this: how much do you have spent this monitor purchasing? This is the first question you need to ask yourself first, because the working with budget $150, otherwise $500 budget, the instant of you have $150 less than to spend, you will like to force to choose TNA panel, or you have to more spend those necessity of the away TN panel monitor. Just means that you have more options using monitor gaming graphic designing. This is the important question, because the type of usage of the monitors will to see you big different of the factors. It is to taken by go dot and the TNA panel high refresh rate and the low response time to your best beat. On the end of the more casual gamers are paneling doing this graphic designing workers, and VA panel, IPS panel, it is the panel of quick performance of the same level. It is the TNA panel in terms response rate is the cost of lot of more than to same refresh rate. How their picture quality is much better than to TNA panel, then therefore they are better to suit the graphic designers. Some faults on this TNA panel. What are these faults? This is the TNA monitor can produce the crispy and vibrant images in the sharp contrast, viewing angles quick restricted, and the U angle is the TNA panel is totally 160 degrees vertical U and 170 degrees in horizontal U. It is the angles to consider lower than the viewing angles the present the panel technology, and taken into the consider of the factors the screen comes to large size of nowadays is using limited viewing angles can you affected people who are the sitting the right or front of the monitor. The eyes for instantly is the different viewing angles. You look at the center of the screen instead of the peripherals, and the monitor is the instant color shades can be response. The different shades are different positions, and the screens are maybe appears dark when it is the upper side of the screen, the light on the towards the TNA panels. The suffer the IPS and VA panels, which is ultimate making it is panels type less ideal color critical work such as a photography, designing, or even games, or the who want to best visual photos. What is the IPS panels? The IPS panel full form is in-plane switching panels. It is IPS standards for the in-panel switching, and it is the type LCD monitor panel. It was the manufacturer improved TN panel. The technology improved image quality. The most notable selling point in the panel switching panels, it is the constantly improving U angles and super colors and the accuracy. The compare with the LCD technology, even the color shade is the retain of the unique identified disadvantages regardless of the positions of the monitor. These factors of the make IPS panels are suitable monitor for graphic design workers as well as gamers, as well as looking for the best visual possibility, but who don't to mind the response rate. The one significant IPS displays glow are seen the monitor when viewing the dark content. The glitting becomes more noticeable when you are viewing the monitor of the wide angles. The TNA monitor full pump twisted pneumatic display panel monitor. This twisted pneumatic display panel monitor is the most common type LCD monitor. It is currently the marketing is available in the pneumatic liquids crystal clear between the sheet and polarized glass. The almost all every LCD monitors used come to across the market today as to TNP panel. There is the most affordable panels is there. It's such as the most availability. If you are looking, the monitor does not clear state of kind panels. The probably shape and the TNA panels, what is the meaning, but this manufacturers will be including panel type. It is the name of the monitoring effect to make up this standard out. However, since TNA panel is the common manufacturers, typical don't state the fact of this. TNA panel is not a major selling point. Competitive gamer or casual gamer, the kind of question raised these panels. This kind of ties into the questions are above. The maintain the above. You have seriously gamer, you are playing the competitive games. Your split second could be different between the victory and the defeat. The mighty you want to forgive better visual, better performance the monitor, and the TNA panel your best, the offer low response rate and the high refresh rate is the least for the price of you pay. The IPS or VA panels, on these hands you have not to playing the competitive games and you really enjoy the visual effects and the gaming effects on the better of going to VA panel or IPS panel monitors. This is the technology for the display rich and more details of the visualization. This is the VA vertical alignment panels. It is a vertical alignment panel is the LCD panel similar to TNA panel, but some improvement is producing this quality visual effects on this. This is the VNA panels, the magnified task. This is the tanks of this accessibility of the bending and towards the edge to edge screen. It is the considered to ideal candidates the move the antithetic suitable general purpose work. It is the VNA panels is improved view angle and the good color producing. There is the excellent color reproducing, the ability of the making monitor, idea of the devices, color critical work. It is the gamers who want to play the gaming with the best picture and best quality is possible. It is the thankful of this modern monitor VNA panel is the pixel overdrive, the feature of this. Subsequently, the problem is early versions. The prices go to VNA panels cost more than to TNA panel monitors. The IPS plus TNA overall picture quality versus overall performance. The response rate of these panels, this TNA panel have to increase in the fast response timing capability and response time to mark slow 1 millisecond only. The quality of responses TNA panel makes them the suitable competitive gamer who are the very split of a second. It is the 25 frames per second. The response time is the totally 2 milliseconds only. The high-end and very expectations of the gamers to TNA panel is the perfect fast-paced gaming this monitor. The IPS panel monitors are the and features rare. There's response time is compared with the TNA panel, but the good monitor, the IPS technology improving the each new generation monitors. U-angle monitor. This IPS panel won the popularity Super View, and this there also not a suspected the color and this the U angles also, which is the problem is very common. It is traditionally TN panel. The TN panels suffer from the limited U angle only. The especially they are looking from the vertical position and color tendency shifted view of the another angle also. The position when you are TNA panel from the vertical position color which is can change much the linear the revolution of these panels. The eye revolution, your goal is your best to go IPS panel over the TNA panel. The reasons of this eye revolution monitors typically cost more than to, so going to pay all that money, and ultra high definition monitors also available in the market. The best suit of displaying high-end visual monitors. Of course, you want to balance the between the higher resolution and lower resolution response rate also. You may be better than to scoring and some of the visual and TNA panel monitor can better. The TNA wise VA overall performance balance offering. The response rate is the VNA panel is the hand, the VNA panel is the and where the build specification of address the different sizes of different panels, and the IPS panels there is a response time is slightly faster than to VNA panel. It is IPS panel is considerably lower than to the response rate time to TNA panel. The view angle also, the VA panel have to U angle that is slightly wide range and the better than to TNA panel. There is have been improving the TNA panel to make them the more suitable color critical work such as a photo editing, but even the said the improving the TNA panel and the from ideal comes to typing or other tasks. The graphic visualization. From the visual standards, VNA panel is the better than to TNA panel. The capability of 8-bit color and 10-bit color and 24-bit color panels also available nowadays. Which panel is the best panel you need? The conclusion, the panel you have to depend on your own responsibility to need on the TNA panel or VSN panel or TFT panel monitors. It is VNA panel or the comparison panel, there is the offering accurate color, wide view angle and almost all comparing the IPS panel. The response time is the so slow. It is TNA panel but also little faster than to IPS panel response rate. It is IPS panel is bring to VNA panel is the way to go. The TNA panel are probably most popular option is the serious and competitive gamers. What is the U angle? That is the 180 degrees U angle is there. The constant ratio is the 3000:1 and 6000:1 brightness ratio. The IPS panel ratio is the 1000:1. The clear win, the response time is the 2 milliseconds. Please subscribe our TechDot channel. Please like my TechDot channel. Thanking you once again. Oh yes, what's up? This is your TechDot. Today I will explain the different type of monitor panels and different models, TN panels, IPS panels, PNC panel and TFT panels. Now I will show you different panel. This is TN panel SRKG 251 QI monitor. This one TN panel, same image dead center. This is the constant ratio and brightness ratio. This monitors. This is IPS panel Asus PA32UC 8-bit plus FRC. This is VN panel Pixscope VX3229 model. This remote coverage 100%. This is the IPS model panel, TN panel model displays. This is IPS panel Asus PG27 monitor. The electrode liquid crystal off and electrode liquid crystal on position. This is TN panel BenQ model 2870. Response time gray average scale. This is the VA panel model. This is cathode ray 2.